Huh. Ridgeback. Ridgeback? That's pretty cool. So it's a brace for the face?
Ridgeback. Like the dog?
I'm really a cat guy. So what is it?
The best feeling and longest metalwoods you'll ever hit.
Is that Bernhard?
Oh, great. Langer.
You know why I play Tour Edge? Because I win with it.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Look what I just ordered. This trip is going to be great.
Bring enjoyment back to your game with golfknickers.com. Traditional golf knickers in bold colors and plaids, all with same-day shipping. Over 100 different socks and matching sweaters. Perfect for corporate outings, weddings, and special events.
Thanks, golfknickers.com, for making our tournament such a success.
Make your experience memorable.
Best time ever.
Call today for a free catalog.
And welcome back to Big's Golf Talk, BGT-TV. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas. And be sure to follow us on social media at Big's Golf Talk on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and subscribe with us on YouTube for YouTube TV on our BGT-TV side, so you can actually see everything, not just hear it, but see it. But we are on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Alexa devices, tune in, and much, much more, all on your favorite podcast app. You could just search for Big's Golf Talk, and I'm sure you will find us. BIGGS Golf Talk. Bill, the Golffather Cuevas, as we talked about in our round table, has the Saudi tour retracted their offer to you of 25 cents per season.
Well, they raised it a little bit. They raised it just a little bit. You know, we're still in negotiations. You know, so I'll let you know. Just stay tuned for further updates. You know, we just a little bit off.
Well, I could tell you one person that is not off, Bill, the Golffather Cuevas. He is an Emmy Award winner and is a professional director and actor who's appeared in numerous films and television shows.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's commercials online have generated millions of views. His work has been featured in national television commercials for major clients, including Bill, the Golffather Cuevas, directing 2 Super Bowl commercials. His films have played at multiple Oscar qualifying film festivals around the world. He is the founder and president of Southern City Institute, which hosts filmmaking classes and workshops for kids and adults, Bill. The Southern City Film Festival takes place annually and has been rated inside the top 100 film festivals via Film Freeway. He is also a partner and co-founder of the Emmy-winning Oak Film Company, a film production company which produces movies and national commercial work for clients. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome Justin Wheelon to the show. Justin, look at all those Emmy awards that he's gotten.
Look at that stuff. I like yeah. Well, you know what? You know what some of his best work was? I know he doesn't have it there, but I have it. I have some of his best work on my phone. No. So blow me up, Biggs. I'm going to show you up.
All right.
I want to show some of his best work. Oh, no. Look at that best work he got. That is his best work, lady. I know it doesn't look good, but you know what? That's him behind the camera at the Gomez Foundation with our show. That's some of his best work. The form, that was an amazing form.
There's not much I can do to salvage it.
He had to salvage it.
Well, we are very fortunate that every single year we get to see this guy in Orlando, Florida. He's a busy man. He takes time out for the kids and raising money for the Robert Gomez Foundation. And Justin, let's kick off that real quick. What does it mean to you to be a part of that? We see many, many celebrities taking time out of their schedule, busy schedule such as yours, to be a part of the Robert Gomez Foundation event and raising money for kids and different charities and things like that. How important is that to you?
It's super important to, I think, give back, but I'll just talk straight with you. I'll be completely transparent. Denise Gomez and Robert, who host it, they throw a heck of a good time. I mean, it's something I don't want to miss each year. I mean, the golf, the entertainment. I mean, it is a lot of fun. So to couple that with being able to raise money for the Boys and Girls Club down in Orlando, I mean, it's talk about a win-win. I don't know how anyone could say no to that.
Yeah, it really is. It's an amazing event. It's one of our favorites every year after year, going there, seeing yourself, your brother, and the plethora of celebrities that are there to donate their time and money. I mean, we raised a lot of money during the auction, live auctions, silent auctions. There are so many people giving.
Yeah, they bought entire buses for this thing, and it's funny you mentioned Grant. I think if I ever get disinvited, Grant's still going. He's we love it. So.
I'll tell you what, man. You see some very, very generous people at these things. I mean, we've seen stuffed animals, small size stuffed animals, go for $500.
$1,000.
Yeah,
crazy stuff.
It was beautiful. I mean, people like, okay, who wants a puppy? How much are you gonna get? This one's this. Biggs raised his hand. Biggs donated for the puppy. He got a puppy at home, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? It's a great time, and giving is the thing. That's why we do what we do. It's about charity.
Like I said, it's a win-win. I mean, it's a win-win. So I think
there really are no losers.
Whether you're in business or life or relationships, I mean, on my sets, anytime you can get a win-win, I mean, that's the best. When someone else feels good about it and you feel good about it, I mean, that's the best possible scenario for anything. So.
One thing I do notice is you're wearing a Bay Hill sweatshirt.
Yeah, there.
Now,
not you, Justin. I know what's coming. Hold on a second. Let me tell you.
I don't know if you've heard the story. It runs through the hallways of Bay Hill. People talk about it to this day.
They talk about
one Big John Quick holes out on the 18th hole from 50 yards out.
Like Robert.
On the 18th hole.
Like Robert, yeah. Except that he doesn't have the plaque.
I don't have a
Robert
plaque.
has the plaque.
Yeah.
Robert has the plaque, but I have the people talking throughout the hallways.
That's funny. That's amazing.
Yeah, because they've heard you talk about it so often.
Was it for 50 yards out? It couldn't have been. I mean, you couldn't have driven it that far. No one can. So for par? Did you say par?
Birdie. It was a birdie.
No birdie. He got it. It was a birdie.
Yeah.
He birdied it.
That's a big drive then to get within 50 yards. Oh, that would have been eagle. So yeah.
He didn't drive it that far. What happened is that he closed his eyes and he prayed to Arnold Palmer and God and said, "Please let me talk crap to Billy." Please.
And it worked.
It worked. It really
amazing.
worked.
It shows you how much Arnold Palmer likes me more.
Billy. Yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
It is what it is. I took some humble pie that day.
Yeah.
But
it's cool to be out there because they've got everything set for the tournament. So they've got the grandstands and the course. I've never seen many courses look better. It is lush. It is looking good.
That's when you go there every year, correct?
Sometimes when it's private, right? I mean, so whenever I get invited, but but yeah.
Yeah, cool. I wanted to ask you because I see it all over social media and stuff like this. I caught bits and pieces. Watches.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I saw this. You got it on? Is that what it is? This is unscripted. He got one of his watches on. What's the deal with the watch? I know you had a green. It looked like it was green.
I've got several green ones. So yeah, I'll make a long story short, but when I was, I say growing up, really I was in high school and stuff, and I was working at this place that was right next to this fancy jewelry store in Aiken, and I would go in there just to check them out, and they had all the Rolexes and stuff, and of course I was just lusting after them, and I'd check them out all the time, and I'd say, one day I'm going to get one, and that was the pinnacle of luxury to me at the time, and so finally, when I got into the entertainment business and started making a little bit of money, I went back there and I bought one, and it just kicked off this
A beautiful habit.
15 years. And so I like to, anytime something big happens, whether it's a big movie or a graduation or something, some big scenario, I try to see if I can tie it in with a watch.
What was your recent acquirer then? I know I just saw it recently, maybe last week.
Yeah, the Masters watches was what you saw.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't realize the Masters makes watches or sells watches. And so I posted it just randomly. I didn't think it'd get much attention, and it got a lot of it. Yeah, and then I posted another one, and they're like, "Wow, this is better than that." And then I posted another one anyway. So
it took off. It was good. That's why I was like, I knew I saw it was green and stuff like that. But you also have another addiction that I've witnessed on social media, and it has a swoosh mark on it.
Oh, what?
The swoosh.
Oh yeah, Nike. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah.
So you're sort of like a shoe connoisseur. I see when you put all your new Nike shoes and stuff like that.
Well, I've got a really sweet thing with Nike, and so with the Nike Golf, I don't really have to, get in the lines and stuff. So
you
did a guy, you just make a call.
Yeah.
If you're like a size 10.
12.
Oh, you're a 12?
Yeah.
Stuff some.
Billy's a shoe connoisseur himself.
I'm a shoe connoisseur myself. I just never did anything film wise with Nike. I know in your credits you got. I believe you did. You did two with them.
We did. I think we're up to 4 spots now.
Oh, up to 4 spots now.
Yeah.
Cool. So. Anything new coming out?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if the latest one came out, because what happens is I'll make it and then hand it over, and then it's totally up to.
Oh, so they just give you free reign. You make it, you turn it over to them, and.
No, I'm saying I can't really post it myself just randomly. It's all part of the campaign and a marketing plan, so that it's on them to release it whenever they want.
Oh, okay. So they say, here, this is what we want. You go make it happen.
Yeah.
And then you turn it over to them. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then you get that beautiful collection that you have.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool that you get to do all that fun stuff. I do the same thing, but it's not really like. Yeah, and I don't make that phone call, and I don't make the videos. I just
Well, it's fun because I like doing the movies, but they are so time consuming. I mean, it can take a year just for one of them, because you've got to do the pre-production and planning and casting and locations, and then the shooting is a very small window. But then you've got editing and color and sound, and then even after the movie's done, then becomes the marketing and the film festival circuit, and that could take 6 months, 8 months, and the movies can't really come out till they've completed their festival run. So it's, we did this one thing in, I don't know what year, 17 or something, and it didn't really come out till like 19 or 20, and that's not because it was just shelved. It was just going through the various stages, and so.
So when people visit your site, when they check you out on Justin Wheelon, they can see that there's some that you have, I guess they call it pre-production or something like that. It's like they had something where it's the beginning and then the release is like in 2023.
Yeah. I mean, we're always, people, they mean well. They don't, it's not bad, but they'll say, what do you have going on? And it's like, well, how much time do you have? I mean, there's so many projects in various phases. I mean, so some were about to shoot, some we're shooting next week, some we're planning that we'll shoot in 2 years. I mean, it's just like, goodness, that we've got a big whiteboard in the studio, and it is just covered with.
Is it like a 5-year plan whiteboard? What we're doing in the next 5 years, and
I mean,
now this is what we're doing next year. This is what we're doing 2 years from now, and I mean, I would expect in your business you always have to be ahead of the game,
really,
and not in the current situation, but more of ahead of the game and have 5 years of a plan on what we're doing next.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things we want to do, and some things get changed around because either they're real topical or something happens in the news or something where we're like, oh man, this is similar, we could I mean, so there's sometimes casting choices. Some people get booked and they have dates change. I mean, there's tons of factors it's such a sliding scale of moving this over and maybe this can be closer. And I mean, it is constant
You
herding
remind me
cats.
of my favorite writer turned actor in every single one of his movies and everything like that. And you always see his cameos in all of his horror movies and everything. But you do it on the other side, Stephen King. You know,
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's you're like the new Stephen King.
No.
Oh yeah, you got a lot. You got a lot of roles in your stuff. I see. I saw those film credits that you have, and I also turned on my TV one day that I didn't know Field of Dreams was coming on. And I turned and I saw something of you standing there on there as well, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I know that guy."
Yeah, I don't know.
Big is big on baseball. You know that, right? He used to be a MLB umpire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've got a baseball story for you. But back to having all the roles, it's because the whole industry's changed. 20 years ago, 90s, and I'm sure into the 2000s. I mean, it was the studios were so dominating. Everything went through the studios and they released the movies. But now it's so, I guess what they call democratized, where you can make your own thing. You can put it on Netflix. I mean, obviously there's more to it, but I'm saying you can kind of do your own things. And so the big trend now is to have as much control as you can. So I like to write my own things. I mean, there's stuff I'll do for other people, of course, when the project warrants it, but I like to write my own things. And if I'm going to write it and direct it, I might as well just produce it too, because I mean, that's why not? So that's why a lot of my stuff, I'll be a writer, director, and producer, because why not? I'm already going to have my hand in it. I mean, it's.
So what can you give us like a quick little break? What's the difference? I know we know what a writer is.
Yeah.
What is the producer and the
producer is going to deal with a lot of the logistics, a lot. I mean, they're kind of the project managers in a way. I mean, in the business world, they're kind of that. They do a lot of the legwork. In fact, executive producers deal with money and find the money, but there's this big misconception that the executive producers are somehow more important than producers, and there's a lot of value to finding the money, but really the producers are the ones that make it happen. And the director, of course, I mean, he, at the end of the day, how I describe it is he's the keeper of the story. So he's always making sure that the story is being told the right way. And director might not be as concerned about some of the things the producers are, making the day. I mean, there's, again, every director I think has a producer mindset, but a director is really the keeper of the story and making sure that's going forward and being told how it's supposed to be told. And so that's how I describe it.
That's perfect. When you have that kind of, you're the trifecta, because when you do all three, you wrote it, you know where you want it, you know how you want it, and you know the final product of where you want it to go. So
and that's not really rare. A lot of people nowadays are doing all three. I mean, the Nolans and Tarantino. I mean, he's been doing that since the 90s. But Jordan Peele. I mean, all these people. They're pretty much. That's pretty much the way to go. Is minus some of these big studio movies, the Avengers and all that. That's.
Well, you did one of my favorite.
Oh goodness!
I am Iron Man.
Yeah. Trying to think again.
There he's back there. Look at that. He's back there, John.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's cool. Now I know that you did the baseball. You're going to tell us your baseball story, but have you done anything that's coming out with golf? Maybe.
Well, we're doing some. Well, I don't know what I can say and what I can't say.
That answers my question. I don't want you to say anything you can't say, but that's sort of kind of.
Well, I can say we're doing some video stuff for a major golf tournament.
Okay.
My favorite tournament of the year, and that's all I'll say.
Say no more.
Yeah.
I got you.
I think the watch was the hint of what that might be.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll be watching for it.
Yeah.
I will be watching out. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But that's perfect. Okay, tell us this baseball story that you got.
Oh, well, so my had a friend who was a publicist, and she called me up and said, "Hey, I got you in this great event, and it's the Field of Dreams 25th anniversary reunion." and it's with the cast of the movie, and you're going to go. They're going to fly you to Iowa. You can take some people with you. And so anyway, just how it happens, they get plane tickets for me and some people, and we go into Chicago. They bus us to Dubuque, Iowa, and we show up on the Field of Dreams field and the property and the house, and Kevin Costner's there, and Tim Busfield, and Bob Costas, the Today Show, is hosting from out there. And so anyway, we have a great night. We watch Field of Dreams on the actual field, and then the next morning, and this is a big deal. I mean, I may be underselling it. I mean, it was Papa John was there, and everyone had custom uniforms with Field of Dreams, and you know, Joel Murray was there, and so what was crazy was I just through some random thing, Costner went first. I think maybe Joel Murray went second, and then I went third. And so what was crazy was Kevin's a really good baseball player. I mean, I think he was collegiate. I mean, he's a legit player, and so he'd always be on third. And so when I'd get up there, you know, it's on the Today Show. I got Bob Costas. I mean, my brain's about to explode. It's one of those things where it's like I should not have been there. And you know, you got Brett Saberhagen pitching. I mean, the whole thing's just mind blowing. And so anyway, Costner's on third, so I can see him, you know, down the line. And so I luckily, just by the grace of God, get the hit. It goes out into the outfield, and bring Costner home, and I get on base. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was really cool. And so just getting to talk to him and all the players.
I was trying to figure out.
I gotta imagine being, because I've been there. They've hosted baseball tournaments there at the field before they build the major league part of that area. And certainly, you know, they had an Iowa home plate umpire that was there. That actually did the major league game, you know, and MLB umpire and all that stuff. But I got to imagine, and I've been there, I got to imagine if you're playing on that field, you are like a kid in a candy store. I mean, all-time dream,
not just being there, but you're there with the cast of the movie, and I'm listening to, so they took some of the celebs in the house, and so it's me and Costner and Tim Busfield and Dwyer Brown, who was the dad, and other, and they're, you know, I'm standing there watching. You know, I didn't have much to contribute, and so I'm listening to Costner talk about, wow, he hadn't been here in 25 years, and I'm just like this is crazy. And
he's a great time.
Kevin is the biggest baseball fan probably out there that I know of.
Who's that?
Kevin Costner.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
And he actually, I believe, he's a part owner, if not the whole owner, of a minor league baseball team in the northern part of Illinois.
I believe it. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So besides I got one quick question before we let him go. This is the last question, then we're gonna let you go. I know your heart was racing at that place, you know, at the home plate, getting ready to hit the ball.
Yeah.
You know, most people get starstruck somewhere along the line. In your career, you get to meet a lot of people. Have you ever felt like you met the person that, you know, that wanted, you know, that brought you into where you're at right now? Have you ever been starstruck? Who's your idol out there that you really wanted to follow?
Yeah, so I've gotten to meet about everyone I've ever wanted to meet. And I mean, I've met, you know, Obama and Clinton and Trump. And I mean, I met a lot of people. And I got to direct Bill Murray in something. That was kind of a bucket list moment just because, I mean, not many people get to direct him. I mean, you know, you think George Clooney and Wes Anderson and a handful of legends, and then I had that opportunity. But I can tell you there's two people. My last two bucket list people are Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan. I think those are the number 1 and 2, and then everyone else is a mile down the list. So I feel like one day
there was not much script writing for Bill Murray. I mean, you know, a lot of that stuff is, you know, ad lib, you know, and the stuff that he comes up with on his own is just priceless. So I can
he's a legend. I'd say direct, but it was more of a hit the camera and let him do his thing. I mean, he's a legend for a reason. Everything he said was hilarious that day, and so
I
was just lucky to be
He certainly has a special talent, that's for sure.
He does. And he's a golfer, Bill Murray. So we love that too. You see that? He fits
in fact, we were playing in Charleston one time, and he asked if I could hit my driver, and I said sure. And so he hit it, and he popped it up a little bit, put a little sky mark on it.
Oh!
Well, originally, you know, if anyone else on the face of the earth would have done that, I would have been like, dadgummit. But when he did it,
I'm like, can you sign this now?
I said, oh, that's awesome. Like, that is awesome.
Right.
That's forever your mark. Hey, you see that mark over there? Bill Murray did it. That's
I don't play that driver anymore, but it's upstairs like a trophy, so I love it.
Oh, that is cool.
That is awesome. We got to have you on. I'm sure you have a lot more stories to tell. We got to have you on
again,
especially when you get this new project up and running. You know, we'll definitely have you on to talk about it and promote it. You know, so Justin, we appreciate your time and appreciate you coming on and talking. I know you're a busy guy, so we really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Anytime.
All right.
Hang tight. We're going to say goodbye to you. We're going to be heading right out of here, right into a commercial break. We'll be right back right after this.
Good.